With over 700 general items in the game of Minecraft, and more being added every version, how many of these can you actually farm in survival? And of those, how many can you farm automatically? And of those, which few can you farm infinitely automatic? Hello there, Ray here, and welcome to my 10-year obsession in trying to farm up every item in the game of Minecraft. After making thousands of farms and making videos about hundreds of them, I want to take on an impossible challenge, designing a farm for every single item in the game of Minecraft. Let's see where the true limitations lie for automation in Minecraft. Every episode, we're going to try to farm up a new item and seeing what challenges we have to overcome along the way. So today's challenge, we want to make a skeleton-only farm using the new biomes in 1.16, which is the Soul Sand Valley. And in the last episode, we went ahead and designed a gas farm based off of our findings during our snapshot stream. And using this, we're going to see if we can make an efficient skeleton-only farm. So now I want to work on a skeleton version of this, since the three mobs that spawn here are ghast, endermen, as well as skeletons, and we can make only skeletons spawn by height. So ghast are tall as well as endermen. Both of them are quite tall. Ghast are 4 blocks, endermen are 3 blocks. Skeletons are only 2 blocks, so they should fit right in between here. So now we have to adjust our ghast farm so it works with skeletons. So we have to either make the top block or the bottom block an immovable block so the flying machines doesn't stick onto it and pull it. So we kind of have an idea what we're trying to do. We move the floor up so that there's only 2 gap in here, and we figured that it'd be cheaper to get leaves than it is to get melon blocks. So leaves are immovable, and that'll make a nice ceiling. That'll prevent endermen from spawning because endermen need 3 gaps and this is only 2. The leaves being cheap, relatively easy to get. The other option was to do with a pumpkin floor and then move the slime down to the bottom, but I think this is cheaper. And this also allows us to come in and use slime blocks here, and then we can put the observers underneath. This way we can make it only 2 high instead of the other one, which was observers on top, and that would make it so the enderman can spawn in here. So we kind of have an idea what we're doing. Now we're going to put in the system to stop the flying machine and send it back to the other direction. We're also going to put in a spot for the skeletons to fall into and die. So we put in the killing chamber, and we also got a system to send the flying machines down and back. Pretty simple. We just got some magma here, and by having magma we can prevent endermen from spawning here while also killing off any skeletons. And since this is all inside the Soul Sand Valley, we don't have to worry about anything like pigmen or anything spawning in here. Then we have just a hop minecart going underneath of this. You pick up all the loot and take it over here to your storage area. Pretty simple. We even got an on and off switch. So we go ahead and flick this. Machines take off. They're synchronized as well. And then if there's any skeletons that spawn on here, yeah, we got one right here. Let's put in some more. You can see the skeletons can spawn in with armor too, so you could get some pretty OP skeletons, enchanted bows as well. But that's only if player kill. But you see when it gets to the very end, it goes outside and it comes back again, pushes all the mobs in front of them, and then it's going to sweep them across the entire distance. Currently we only have the killing chamber on one side, so you could decide if you want on one side or both sides just by copying it over. And if you wanted to have like a player kill, then you could put in dogs down here to kill them rather than having the magma. But here they go. System's going to drop them all into the hole, and it's going to return to go pick up some more guys. And then these guys are just going to die from the magma. And their loot's going to be picked up. This guy, he pushed out somehow. Might need to raise this wall up by 1, just so he doesn't escape. All the loots are being taken over here. I guess looks like they got making a item sorting system. So the collection system is finished. We just have a hopper minecart, a loading station, and we got some sorters here to go into the chest. And we should be able to sort out bones as well as arrows, and pretty much anything else is going to get put into these last chests, which there shouldn't be anything with this farm because it's skeleton only. Now let's move this farm down to the level of bedrock, similar like we did with the gas farm. And I'll also put it into a new world because this world is kind of full of a lot of different testing stuff. So in the new world, it fits in nicely. We put it right here above the bedrock. That way we can get low as possible so the spawning rates are faster than if we had it way up in the air. I also shrunk down the item sorter so it's not so bulky as well. There's an on and off switch for the hopper minecart. We turn that on. There's also on and off switch for the sweepers here. And pretty much any spot that's not being used for spawning space, we try to slab it so the mobs are forced to be spawned inside. You can also put buttons on magma blocks if you don't want mobs to spawn there, but since we're in this biome, we shouldn't get anything to spawn on top of this. And here comes our batch of skeletons, working great. Also, you want to make sure if your farm's kind of big that the whole thing is in the Soul Sand Valley biome of the Nether, because the biomes can change pretty abruptly. The biomes can kind of change depending if you go up and down too. So you want to check similar Y level as where you have your farm. Also on the opposite side where the returning station are, we need to make sure that the fly machines don't get exposed so anything can spawn on top of them. So we might have to add some leaves or some slabs over here. The machines do go past the edge here, that way the skeletons don't get immediately put inside of the block, instead they end up on their side. So notice how these fly machines do hang over the edge, so we need to make sure to put in some extra leaves here. So now everything should be covered up when the machines come over here and go back their direction. We don't have to worry about any mobs spawning on top of the slime or the pistons. Notice how to keep the profile low with these fly machines. We have the observers upside down, and that way they don't interfere with our returning station or with the leaf blocks up above. Returning stations themselves are really simple. We have a repeater here which will get powered from the observer that's on the fly machine, and it just goes through the delay of the repeater. It goes to the trapdoor which puts a signal into this observer, and that will power the piston, and the fly machine will take off again. You can see this one works the same way. Powers and it returns. Very simple returning station. I got one on both sides. The machine will stop because it is close to the push limit, so it's not able to fly like right on through here. Now that we have all the components working, let's go ahead and turn this on and AFK it for 1 hour. So in the center here, up high enough so that we only load the farm, very similar to the gas farm. I went ahead and put in an AFK spot. It's right here with this glass block. I'll AFK this for 1 hour and see what type of rates we get out of this. So 1 hour has passed. Let's go ahead and check up on the loots. You can see probably got some skeletons spawning in there. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's a lot of skeletons in there. Sweeps across and puts them all over here. The minecart is picking up all the loots. And it looks like the system over here to unload the hopper minecart is able to keep up. I don't see any items getting stuck in any of these hoppers. I guess if there was some unusual item, it would end up like in this chest over here. But currently, since it's only skeletons, everything should go into the sorters. Wow, we got half a double chest worth of bones. Check out the arrows. Arrows are very similar. That is really nice. So that's around 3,400 items per hour just with this area here. You could also speed up by putting a killing chamber on both sides or making it more narrow. The more narrow you make it, the less the fly machine has to move. So it can be cleaning off the platform more quickly, which allows skeletons to spawn in faster as well. But it's definitely a success. We got plenty of bones as well as arrows out of this farm. And it's relatively cheap to go ahead and design this. Just a very big flat area. Leaves wouldn't be too hard to get, as a couple of shears could give you all these leaves. Some few redstone components just to turn the machine around, and some building blocks to put in the majority of the floor as well as the walls here. Probably getting the slime would be maybe the most time consuming if you don't have a slime farm yet. And the magma blocks are really easy to get as well. A little bit of rails down here. You could even skimp on the power rails if you want to, put in normal rails, or you can use like a rail duper to get those. And some just small redstone here if you want to sort the items, or you can put them all together. But guys, overall this is a very nice simple design that you can definitely do early game to get plenty of skeleton drops, including those really useful bones. I really had a lot of fun designing this farm as well as the ghast only farm with you guys during the snapshot stream. I really appreciate everyone who joined on and helped with the build of it, including people like Extra Rudda and Cheater Codes, and we will be doing more of these snapshot streams where we design new type of farms. So make sure you go ahead and follow me on my other social links. That's where I'll notify you guys of when those streams start up, and you can join the stream as well as the server. Even if you're not a good redstoner, people also hop on the server to design pixel art and buildings, as well as other Minecraft things. It's also a great time if you want to show me something cool. So here's our document with all the items in the game Minecraft. Let's find arrows. There they are. That's one of the loots that come from the skeletons. Are they renewable? Yes, we can get from the skeletons. Are they automatic with an inactive player? And that's also yes, because our player is sitting up there making sure that mobs can spawn around him. Is it infinitely automatic? Yes, because we don't need to put any new items into the system in order to keep it going. Short description is a mob farm. That tells the general way of trying to get the result. Completed? Yes, we completed that. And I'll put the video URL right here. So if anybody needs to try to figure out how to easily farm up arrows, they can come here and click on that. So next up, let's look up bones. That's another loot that these guys give. And there it is right there, bones. It's very similar to arrows. It is renewable. It's also automatic with the inactive player. And it is infinitely automatic. So let's go ahead and change this to yes. And it should change to the green color automatically. And you get these through a skeleton farm. That's where I'll put the link to the video. And we'll also check this one off as being completed. Awesome guys, we just knocked off 2 more items off of the list of close to 700 items, which we're trying to farm all of them up. This document is a work in progress, but I have made the document now public. So if you guys want to make sure the information here is correct, as a Squared originally made this document and he quickly went through it and tried to fill out as many of these slots as possible, but some of them are inaccurate. So I really appreciate if you guys would come through and kind of fill in any that are missing. Also, if there's any videos of mine that already cover some of these different categories, you guys can link them over here as well. And then I'll set it up so that I can review all your guys' edits and confirm the ones that are correct. So you can find the link to this document down in the description. And with everybody's help, we should easily be able to get this document looking really nice. Thank you guys for all the support you've been showing for this new series. I've really enjoyed building these farms, and I'm excited to see how close we're going to get to actually farming up every block in the game of Minecraft. So make sure if you enjoyed this series as well to leave the video a like and share it with other Minecrafters so they can learn about how to farm up every item in the game of Minecraft. And as always, you can find the world download to this world in the description. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.